Hi everybody. Slight change of plans. This video is not actually going to be a Q&A, primarily because nobody submitted any questions. Perfectly understandable. So what I'm going to do today is going to be the beginning of one of hopefully several ongoing segments in my videos. This one in particular is where I make some suggestions to you for things to check out, whether they be comic books or movies or whatever you like. Today is going to be comic books, and I hope that you like it. Thank you.
Comic books, movies, and everything in between. Today, I'll be making a few geek-worthy suggestions to you, the viewers, worth your time and money, and I'll be pulling them all from my shelf.
I thought I'd start this first episode of From My Shelf with something slightly different. I'm suggesting to you comic books to check out, but none of these comic books involve superheroes or costumed heroes of any kind, and they're all accessible to first-time readers. So if you're somebody who's wondering about maybe starting to read comics, but you're not so enthusiastic about just jumping right into superhero comics with decades and decades of continuity and ideas. These books all came out within the past 10 or 15 years, around there. They're all limited series, and they're all very, very accessible to first-time readers. And I'm just going to start right out of the gate with something that just came out last year. Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy's The Wake. It's actually a really interesting science fiction book. Group of scientists are gathered in an underwater oil rig to examine a freshly discovered organism. And I'm going to stop talking about it right there because this is a book that you really need to just go into head first and let it unfold in front of you, because it is a non-traditional storyline, non-traditional timeline. But it's a really terrific story. It's when you get to the end and you realize what exactly The Wake is about. It's actually really a lot of fun and really interesting. So I do suggest you check it out. Give it your attention when you do. Next, I'm actually going to introduce another science fiction book from Grant Morrison and Fred Quitely, two of my favorite comic book authors. It's called We Three. It's about a dog, a cat, and a rabbit trying to find their way home after spending years in a government lab, and they also happen to be wearing military-grade exoskeletons. It's sort of like Homeward Bound if Homeward Bound was intensely gory and moving. I know that sounds kind of off-putting because it does involve animals, but it really is kind of a thrill to see something this different and this just uninhibited on the page. Do check it out. Next, we're going to go a little bit more towards historical fiction with Ricardo Delgado's Age of Reptiles. Now, this is actually an ongoing limited series. 3 volumes have come out so far, but this is the omnibus. This is called Age of Reptiles Omnibus Volume 1. It includes all 3 stories, and I think actually a short story or 2. I'm not sure. I'm going to reread it eventually, but it's the comic book for people who just want to see the art. Its storytelling is so good and so simple that it doesn't require any dialogue or any narration. In fact, there really isn't any to be found in the book. It's from beginning to end nothing but art. And so if you love dinosaurs, which everyone should, and you want to get into comics, this is exactly the way you should start it, because it's so gorgeous. The art is so amazing. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. It's fantastic. And on top of that, terrific storytelling. There's another volume coming out at some point in the near future. There are other short stories that are out there. Hopefully there will be a volume 2 omnibus. But for now, Age of Reptiles Omnibus Volume 1, do check it out. We're going to go right back into science fiction again. This was actually adapted into a film starring Bruce Willis not long ago. I've avoided the film because it has gotten such mixed negative reviews and response generally from most people. But this is the book, and it's called The Surrogates. A very timely book. It's essentially everyone on the planet stays inside, and they transmit them. They control remotely robots that go out into the world for them. And again, I'm going to leave it there because that alone should be interesting and intriguing enough setup for you to check out. It's a self-contained story. You don't have to worry about getting anything else. You just pick it up, read it. It's got everything you'll need to enjoy what you're reading in there. Gorgeous art, really interesting story, and very timely. And then finally, my 5th suggestion for this episode, and probably the most human suggestion, is Blair Butler's and Kevin Mellon's Heart. It's for anybody out there who likes mixed martial arts. It'll be a great read. For anybody out there who likes sports stories, it'll be a great read. For anybody out there who has a dream that they would like to fulfill, but is not sure if they can, this will be a great read. It's probably one of the most human comics you'll read. It's also very short. Well, relatively short. It's entirely self-contained. It's a one-off story. I've seen people compare it to Rocky, and I can definitely see the comparison. But this is sort of Rocky if it went another way, if that makes any amount of sense. I definitely suggest everyone check it out because it's fantastic. I got it because of Blair Butler, because I respect your opinion as a reviewer, and this is in fact the very first comic she's ever written as an author. She's written reviews, she's done video reviews, all that kind of stuff, but she finally got a chance to write a comic, and I got it because of her, and I don't regret it. It's a really, really solid comic, and I suggest it for everybody, really. I mean, this is a universally appealing book. Just like The Surrogates is a universally appealing book. Just like Age of Reptiles is a universally appealing book. Just like We Three is a universally appealing book. And The Wake, universally appealing. If you like storytelling, if you just like beautiful art, or if you like genre, or if you like humanistic approaches to genre, I definitely suggest these 5 books. I'm suggesting them for people who've never read comics, for people who've read comics, for people who hate superheroes, for people who love genre. Everybody go and check these 5 books out. Again, The Wake, We Three, Age of Reptiles, The Surrogates, and Heart. All deserve your time. All deserve your money. You can actually get all 5 of these on Amazon very easily. I'll post some links down below, maybe, if you're lucky. I will. And thank you very much. Have a nice day. Okay, so there it was. My first video. I hope some of you liked it. I hope it didn't come off too rushed or too poorly thought out. But I'm going to keep doing more videos like this one. I'm definitely going to do some other ongoing segments. I'm thinking what's on TV or something like that. and then some personal reviewing segments, some ongoing discussion segments, just stuff like that. Other than that, um, we'll see. I do have some ideas about things I would very much like to do, um, and we'll just see how it goes. Again, any questions, any concerns, any criticisms that you have, by all means, please post, and I will definitely pay attention, and you'll become part of the show in your own way as a viewer. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for giving me your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.